Live from the O'Brien Services Stadium Studios, this is the fifth quarter.
Good evening, everyone. It's back. Welcome to the fifth quarter. This is the place for the best high school football coverage around. I'm Dustin Dorsey. This is Joe Catanacci, and all season long, we'll be following along with our 16 area teams that bring you the highlights, reaction, and analysis you'll only find right here. Joe, we start the year with the BB&T Jamboree. What makes this scrimmage so special?
This is one of the longest, if not the longest running Jamboree in all of the state of North Carolina. It was another packed crowd over at Legion Stadium tonight. Couple of thousand people in the house raising great money for these scholarships that we've put together over 32 years here in southeastern North Carolina, highlighting these great 10 high schools here across the Cape Fear region. And we had tons of action tonight, including a great one to end the night between two defending state champions.
I mean, you got it all tonight this evening, folks. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. First game of the night. North Brunswick and Laney opened up the Jamboree this evening with a contest we will see later this season when conference play starts. Two very different teams a year ago, but tonight everything starts fresh, so let's go get it going. The first scrimmage of the night saw the Laney Bucks, like we said, Scorpions under new coach Brian Davis after he had many successful years with the Topsail program.
First possession of the Jamboree goes to the North Brunswick Scorpions. Junior Quezzy Clark taking the pitch around the edge, makes a man miss, breaks a tackle, gets deep inside Buccaneer territory.
2 plays later, it's the new quarterback, Rob Lowry, looking at breaking tackles, making moves. The pads hanging out, doesn't matter. It's 7-0 Scorpions.
Laney head coach Ashad Yeoman trying to rally the troops after an early turnover. The Bucks kick a field goal. They pull within 3, and here's Jaycon Drury getting the offense going on the next drive.
You know they like to run the football, and they like to run it with their big quarterback. He's back again. It is Sherrod Sidbury.
All the way down to the 1-yard line, sets up the touchdown run. Drury once again sticking his nose in the pile, and it's 6 points for the Buccaneers.
That makes it 10-7 with less than a minute left, and this is the final play of the game. It's a fumble recovered by Laney, and they pull it off. Laney edges North 10-7. Let's check out Ashad Yeoman after the game.
Man, where we got to have that resiliency, the time that we put in the conditioning, and this is only 2 quarters of football. So I'm impressed with the fortitude that we had to put that thing away. So I mean, we're young and inexperienced, so kind of got to us a little bit, but we'll settle down and we'll get it. And then offensively, we did a great job of moving the football down the field, but we had a turnover. So we'll get, those things are all correctable. So that's a good thing for us as coaches.
Another Mid-Eastern Conference battle followed after last year's conference kings, Hoggard taking on West Brunswick.
Gabe Johnson, new quarterback, looking to replace some big shoes to fill. He rolls out left, connects with C.J. Pipkin, veteran wide receiver, for a nice game for the Vikings.
Good thing they have a lot of those. They got a nice little running back, too. It is Kenneth Marshall finding the end zone for the opening touchdown for Hoggard.
Vikings continuing to move the ball offensively early on in this ball game. Johnson, once again, the quarterback, connects with Anthony Scavone along the sideline.
Beautiful play. That was C.J. Pipkin. Here comes Shavoni here. He's going to take the old screen pass and turn it all the way up the left side of the field there, Joe. Great vision.
Once again, Hoggard offensively looking really good early on tonight, setting things up for Kenneth Marshall once again. Loose ball, and here's West Brunswick jumping on the football.
Don't put the ball on the ground. Coach Craig Underwood's not going to like that. He's not going to like this either. It's the other quarterback here, Grady Yop, going up top. Picked off, kind of a center field play there for West.
Kind of a back and forth battle in the second quarter of this game. West Brunswick started to get their feet underneath them and looking good, moving the football, trying to, nope, another interception. There's the Hoggard defense stepping up. 2
plays back to back, turns into interceptions, and it's back to Johnson. Big hit there, folks. That is a great play. West, though, can't get the win. Hoggard wins it 7-3.
Great thing about the Jamboree is it gives you a real game situation in front of a great energetic crowd. I love this event because of that. It forces our guys to play on a big stage. And I thought several guys really stepped up tonight. So proud of our team, but obviously we got a lot we need to work on.
All right, Joe, 2 games down, 3 more coming up, but what have we seen so far from the action?
Well, as you said, the Hoggard Vikings, the conference kings from 1 year ago, looking to fill that quarterback position. But with that said, Gabe Johnson looks fairly comfortable back there in the pocket, that great receiving core, looking to fill some things out on the defensive side of the football. I think Hoggard's going to, making some heads turn once again following that run to the regional final in the 4A state playoffs last year.
Now, that was all without Chris Tootle, if you noticed. He went out early on with a hip injury, but Coach Craig Underwood says that he should still be all right, thankfully. And quickly, what about Laney? Sherrod Sidbury come back, that's big.
Well, they got going early on. Again, a lot of teams trying to fill gaps from graduating seniors last year. Sherrod Sidbury has been a starting quarterback now. I think it's been 4 straight seasons. He got comfortable as the game rolled on. And the Laney defense also started to figure some things out moving towards the latter part of their ball game in the victory over North Brunswick.
That's it. Well, 2 winners. We're going to crown 3 more. 5th quarter will roll on after the break. Take you back out to Legion Stadium for our game of the week. That and more from the 5th quarter rolls on.
This is the 5th quarter.
Welcome back, everyone. You are watching the opening 5th quarter of the 2018 season. Joe, more great action coming up now from the BB&T Jamboree. We'll head back out to Legion Stadium for a cross-conference matchup. And it's scrimmage number 3, lights at Legion Stadium. Were bright when the Whiteville Wolfpack took on the Ashley Screaming Eagles.
Here's defensive end Peyton Blackenbeckler coming off the edge, untouched for the sack. Ashley trying to keep some of the Whiteville skill players contained early on in this ball game.
You could do it early, but you can't do it forever because there's a new weapon in town. His name is Javonte Davis, screaming up the sidelines, 60-plus yard touchdown. One of his multiple. Coach Jeff Turner not liking that one too much.
Screaming Eagles had an opportunity to tie the game on the very next drive. Micah Stanley trying to carry the load in the Ashley backfield this season. Good size, good speed, right up the gut across the middle, but later in the drive.
Yeah, this is 4th down, trying to get to the edge and get to the line, but called just short. Big stuff for the Whiteville defense. And it goes back to the man Davis. Look, just taken off.
Wolfpack were feeling good about themselves after Davis' second touchdown. Whiteville up 14-0. Then here comes the turnover, and Ashley coughs up the football, and it sets up Davis' 3rd touchdown of the night.
It's a hat trick here, folks. 3 touchdowns, 21-0 is the win. And after the game, Sarah Johnson caught up with new Whiteville head coach J.P. Price.
Thanks, Dustin. I'm Sarah Johnson here with Whiteville head coach J.P. Price. Coach, this is your first time at the BB&T Jamboree as a head coach. How does it feel to have your first win ever here?
A lot of people call it a scrimmage. We know that it's not. It's more than a scrimmage. You have a great crowd here every year. I thought our kids played really, really well. I thought the effort on both sides from us and Ashley was really good. We still got a lot to work on. But I appreciate BB&T, and all they do to put this on for the kids, and all the money for scholarship. My experience doing it, it's always fun. I always enjoy it.
I'm joined now with Donnell Wilson from the Whiteville Wolfpack. Donnell, how does it feel to have your first win of the season?
It feels good. I haven't had this win in the season at the Jamboree all these years. I've been on varsity for 4 years, and I haven't had a win at the Jamboree. But this year, we had a win in the Jamboree. And we had an awesome job. Everybody putting in effort, intensity, and everybody checking in on defense. Offense, and we put on in our work together. We work as a team, and we work as a pride. We work at pride. We work as a pack.
For the 5th quarter, I'm Sarah Johnson.
And my name is Donnell Wilson. Go Wolfpack!
Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Donnell. How about South Columbus versus South Brunswick now meeting up in a South-on-South battle here, Joe?
South Columbus coming off a good playoff run last year. South Brunswick early on. It's Keyshawn Smith getting a run here into the corner out of bounds. And the Cougars trying to move the football early on.
But they get stuffed, unfortunately, and then it goes to South Columbus here. Nice bit of running here. Brady Ivy, new quarterback in town.
Well, the name that we have become familiar with for the Stallions right here, it's Traquan Bellamy, one of our players to watch throughout the course of this season. He gets the football early, often for South Columbus. Expected to hear big things from him this season.
How about Rajon Graham? This is a nice bit of running. He gets the job done there, and it goes back to Trey Bellamy running so fast it runs out of the picture for the touchdown.
Looking forward to seeing some of the college recruiters out in Tabor City this year, checking out Trey Bellamy to see where he could go possibly next year.
I see where he's going right now. He's hitting to the left side, trying to get to the edge. Good defense by South, keeping him overall locked down, but they can't keep him down for too long because here he is. It's the man, Rajon Graham, for touchdown. 13-0 is the final from the BB&T, and here's Riverboat Russell Dove after the win.
We got some work to do, and I'm glad we got a bye week next week. We got a lot of work to do. We got to come off the ball faster. We got to stay on blocks better. We got to tackle better. So there's a lot of things to fix. And it's early in the season, so I'm glad of that. I'm happy we come out here tonight and did well tonight. But we got a lot of work to do.
Oh boy, did we get a treat in the final contest of the night. Two state champions, Wallace Rose Hill, New Hanover, 5th quarter game of the week.
Both teams trying to fill some voids after last year's state championship run. But as you mentioned, it was all offense tonight on the turf at Legion Stadium for Wallace Rose Hill, New Hanover as well.
You got that right. This is the opening drive of the game for Wallace Rose Hill. Moving it on down. Devin Gardner with a nice run here, getting into deep in the red zone. And it's Anthony Bird that's going to finish this drive off, Joe. There's a lot of scoring in this one, and this is the first one of the night.
Yeah, tons of high-powered, skilled players on both sides of the football for each of these programs, and one of the big guys, the left-handed quarterback, Blake Walston. Easy pass over there to Jalen Gore, another returning. Their communication already at midseason form here.
You got that right. A little swing pass out to Chase Hardy, who makes some nice moves, keeps his feet moving down the sidelines. Now we'll turn the ball over to the ground game. You know they like to do that when they're in the end zone. Megan Canty scores it, 35-28. Lot of touchdowns. This one, it's Wallace Rose Hill pulling off the victory. All right, Joe, we made it through everything. Next week, things are for real for all these teams. What did we learn after the scrimmages we saw tonight?
Well, I think it's just good, first and foremost, for each team to be able to get out there and kind of lower their heads and have contact with others, somebody else other than their own teammates. And when you're able to get things going in a live environment with a couple thousand people watching, nothing's like the BB&T Jamboree. It's good to get out there, get it out of the way, and start to clean up some things going into the first week of the regular season.
And we are going to see all that. Looking forward to seeing how it goes next week. Our highlights may be over, but our show is not. Play of the week is next, but first, a look at all the scores from the BB&T Jamboree this evening.
Fifth quarter play of the week, brought to you by A&I Fire and Water Restoration.
This is the fifth quarter, and it's the time for the moment that you've all been waiting for, the play of the week. It's back out to Legion Stadium for the final time. Javonte Davis, ladies and gentlemen, player of the week. This is his play of the week.
As we kind of said early on, Ty Moss, the quarterback for Whiteville, getting a lot of the early headlines, one of our 5 players to watch this season. But it's good to see somebody else picking up the workload for this Wolfpack team. There's so many great storylines moving into the high school football season, and great to see new head coach J.P. Price, obviously his dad in the background there. Just some great coaching history for that family tree, and now going over to Whiteville.
I'm sure we will see plenty of plays of the week from this team, so we can't wait for the regular season to start. Quick thank you to A&I Restoration and O'Brien Service Company for your support and sponsorship for the show. Joe, that will do it. We made it through one. Next week, it's for real. Strap up those helmets, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this show on the road. That will do it for our first 5th quarter of the season. Continue to keep it locked in all year long to WWAY for the best coverage you could get. On behalf of our entire crew, we leave you with the best sights and sound of the week. See ya.